There's a new Star Wars movie coming. The Star Wars. Inside joke around the officer.
Galaxy.
There is a new Star Wars show coming out called Andor. And it has looked real good. I've been fascinated about this ever since they announced it at D23. It's like the idea of looking at the dirty side of the rebellion. Like anytime you're going to have a military rebellion, sorry.
Dirty.
Wow, the dirty side, you know.
That's the next show on Disney
That's
Plus.
the next show on Disney Plus. Now that they're taking R-rated content. No, it looks at the side that's got to get their hands dirty. We always talked about that. Like for this, the rebellion we've seen in Star Wars up to now has been the clean version, right? Like they're just the rope. But if you're going to have a rebellion, you need people who are going to get their hands dirty. There's an underbelly to it. And the idea of seeing a show like that has always intrigued me. So I've been intrigued with it ever since they announced it. Then they started putting out these trailers. It's like, this looks straight up cinematic. Like, I love Mandalorian. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's not always the most cinematic looking thing. Book of Boba Fett, where a complete war of 10 people on one side and 12 people on, I mean, it you know, the Vespa gang. I mean, it's just so cinematically, even Obi-Wan, I mean, it didn't have the most cinematic look, but everything about Andor's looks cinematic. And with D23 coming up, which, you know, I'm convinced they're going to drop major bombs at. I thought at D23, we're going to get another look at Andor, but they dropped a new trailer for it today.
Dude.
And I feel very comfortable in saying it's the best one yet. Like that Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones trailers that dropped for those shows. It does not look like television. Like as great as Mandalorian in, it kind of does look like television. Like this does not look like television. It's bringing war back to Star Wars. It just, every part of it, look, and Skarsgård in this, my heavens, that shot of the lady just looking up and seeing a Star Destroyer in the atmosphere flying overhead, and what, like, it's finally giving us a sense of what did those symbols instill in people? The fear, the dread of like, F the Empire's here. Like the oppression that symbol being in the sky, what that actually meant. I'm starting to feel that, you know? This show looks incredible. This new trailer is the best of the bunch so far. Rob, you had a chance to check out this trailer this morning. What did you think of the new trailer to Andor?
Oh, I watch it like 3 times back to back. I mean, to me, John, there's two different kinds of Star Wars. There's the Star Wars that is an extension of you playing with your action figures. And I would call Book of Boba Fett that, maybe The Mandalorian that. And then there's the sort of more erudite upscale Star Wars that I prefer, like Empire Strikes Back, I would call that. And the original Star Wars is a combination of the two. And so what I've wanted to see is and Rogue One was definitely that. It
Yes.
was more serious. And I've always wanted to see a deeper examination as to what actually is going on in the Star Wars universe. This was like catnip. If I could stick my tongue on the screen and lick this trailer up, man, did I loved this trailer. I loved everything about it. Like you said, it's cinematic. It looks incredible. The mise en scène, everything that you see. First of all, wow, they're on location, you know, in Europe, in the mountains, it's shooting cool stuff. I'm like, it's like the same way they went to like Iceland for the beginning of Rogue One. That's what Star Wars used to do. Is they would, even with Jedi, they would go to the trees in Northern California. They go to the desert in Arizona. You know, they went to a glacier in Norway for Empire. I've missed that, and that was a staple of Star Wars. Man, this starts out with that vista of 2 people coming up like over the hill and mountains in the background. I'm like, oh yeah, we're off to the races. And I looked at this and I'm like, I'm all in. This is what I wanted to see. Even like, there's Star Wars vehicles. Like there's one, there's like a platform or something landing. There's one thing in the foreground. This thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? Like, I want that. I want that model. I don't even know what it is. And I'm like, show me stuff that I haven't seen before. And the Stellan Skarsgård, you know, you bring in a veteran actor who's some kind of war leader. He's talking to Saw Gerrera. I'm like, man, I'm so in. I'm more excited about this than I've been about Star Wars in 5 years.
I feel safe in saying that this was the best Star Wars trailer since the Rogue One trailer.
Dude.
Now again, listen, we are talking about a trailer. Like, don't misunderstand. We're not getting hammered. We totally understand that this show may suck. Yeah, it might. We are just talking about the trailer. But as a trailer, I think this is the best Star Wars related trailer since Rogue One. Anyway, Chris, you had a chance to see this trailer. What did you think?
Oh, man. Well, first of all, I know it's been a point of contention that I do not love Rogue One. This upsets all the people in this room and all of you fine people on the internet, particularly this guy next to me. But it's one of those movies that I like talking to people about more than I enjoyed watching it, right? Where I felt the execution wasn't as strong as the things that everyone likes to delve into, right? That said, this trailer, my buddy Brandon and I were messaging this morning and we were like, do we care about this so much now? Yes, we do. Everything about this looks epic. There is so much scale here, right? It feels like it's such an intergalactic story. It feels like a dirty, gritty rebellion. And the cast is magnificent. I mean, Diego Luna is one of the most incredible actors we have. So I'm so happy to have him really get to like dig his teeth into something with this character too and have more to play with. Fiona Shaw's in this, Aunt Petunia for all of you Harry Potter fans out there, playing his adoptive mother. And yeah, Skarsgård looks killer in this. He seems like such a badass.
I love it. We see 2 haircuts.
I know.
And you know when he gets his hair cut back,
yeah,
stuff's going
Nothing
down
tells you
now.
time shifting than that. And by the way, Mon Mothma. So they don't know what I'm really doing. And what are you really doing? Like, come on,
dude.
It's like, this is great stuff.
But you know what was so great about this, John? All this stuff, it's all the lines of dialogue.
Yeah, the dialogue
it was
is great.
I mean, show me Star Destroyers, that's great. But I want to see Game of Thrones level intrigue. And that's what this trailer, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be like that.
That's what the trailer promises, though.
Yeah. And we've got such sophisticated genre programming. And I've wanted a level. Rogue One was not perfect. I would love it if it was a half an hour longer and we got to meet all the characters before they were on the streets of Jeddah, where you could see. But that said, there was still a seriousness to it that I like in Star Wars.
There's high stakes. There's
Yes.
incredibly high stakes, and that's what we
Yes.
lack constantly, I feel, in Star Wars.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, yeah, again, we know this is just a trailer, but again, for what it does, by the way, the first time I watched it, it goes by so fast. I thought for sure Maz Kanata was in this. I mean, yeah, there you go. That case. So this, when it's a still frame, you can clearly see it's some old man. But the first time I watched the trailer on a smaller screen, they just zip by so fast. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but what are they doing? That's some creepy ass.
They're performing surgery. It's a four-armed. That doctor is a four-armed being. It looks like he's performing surgery on Andor at the time. But yeah, that's a hell of a needle for anybody who's got fear of needles. There's that. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What did you think of the new Andor trailer? I personally think it's the best Star Wars related trailer we've had since the Rogue One trailer, which is fantastic. Hopefully the show lives up to it. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But whatever you guys think about the trailer, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to thank the sponsor of this video, Stamps.com. Now, guys, you don't need me to tell you that running a business, no matter how big or small, is an incredible stress. It feels like you need 5 of you for all the different directions you're being pulled in. And with all that, who's got time to go to the post office? Having to drop everything that you're doing to make a run to the post office is a major pain and drain on your day, especially when you've got more important things to do like running your business. So stop mailing and shipping the hard way. Stamps.com is your 24/7 post office that you can access from everywhere. Skip the headache with Stamps.com. Stamps.com gives you access to all of the post office and UPS shipping services that you need right from your computer. And get discounts you can't find anywhere else, like up to 30% off USPS rates and 86% off UPS. Stamps.com just makes your life easier, guys. You're up and running in minutes, printing official postage for any letter, any package, anywhere you want to send it. So guys, don't mail and ship the hard way. Sign up with Stamps.com today. Sign up with the promo code Campea for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and enter the code Campea.